Hey there, green flags and dreamers. Welcome to episode 2 of Just Talk About It. So, today I'm here to talk about a movie that I watched a while back, 4 5 years back, I guess, when I was in college. It's a movie that nobody suggested me to. It's a random find in Amazon Prime when I was just scrolling through. It's called as Lipstick Under My Burqa. I guess now at this time I saw a lot of pages on Instagram talking about this movie a lot, but at that time it was really underrated. So it pictures the life of four women who are from different backgrounds, different religions, different economic classes, and different beliefs, different dreams, all just united by a common uh, place, which is like Hawaii Manzil. So one of the character Usha, she's the owner of the Hawaii Manzil. She's referred to as Buaji, and the other three characters are the tenants of this Hawaii Manzil. So Ushaji is like 65, 60 years old, and everybody is referring to her as Buaji Buaji. That in a latter part of the film, she often forgets what is her name because she is being called as Buaji ever since her husband died in the Bhopal tragedy, and she has been a widow for a very long time. So this takes place in Madhya Pradesh, Bhopal, and it shows all of the good food, the places, and everything of uh, Madhya Pradesh, I guess, of Bhopal. So the next character, this movie actually begins with a girl stealing a lipstick. The girl in a burqa with wearing a red Converse, stealing a red lipstick from a mall, and then she goes to a public washroom, changes her burqa into a very modern outfit, and that's how she goes to college. So from home, she wears a burqa, and then she comes out, goes to a public washroom, changes into her college outfit, and then goes to college because she's having a very restrictive parents coming from a Muslim background, and they are also living in Hawaii Manzil. Such kind of parents where if their daughter is dancing a little too out of beats in such a way that the society doesn't expect, a part of the society doesn't expect the women to be expressive in dance moves or even if it's music, even to the lyrics, the parents are getting offended and just asking her, "Tum hamare khandan ke naam barbad mat karna." So for that, she's hiding her dreams under her burqa. That is the what do we say? The glimpse behind it. Then there is another woman, the other character, Shireen Aslam, which is portrayed by Konkona Sen. So she is also a Muslim in this movie, where she's also wearing a burqa all the time when she's in house, in front of her husband, everybody that she knows, but outside the burqa, in places where nobody knows her. So she's working as a sales girl in a company called as Magic Products, but her husband doesn't know that she's working, which he cannot, it's something that he won't be able to accept. So he was in Saudi Arabia for a very long time. They're having three kids, which he's looking after alone, living in Hawaii Manzil, doing this job. So the man is already paying her, but she wants to do the work and she really loves to work. Sales is her passion. So she wins the Best Sales Girl award for the quarter from the company that she's working for. She wins a microwave and she takes it home, and then there is a scene which is very disturbing. That is, she takes this microwave home, the prize that she won for the best sales girl. So she makes a cake that night for her husband in order to just give it to him and tell him that, I've been working for a very long time and I still want to work because I love to work and I want to. So she makes this cake and she takes it to her husband very happily when he's watching TV. And then when she's just giving this to him and starting the conversation, he just keeps that cake aside without even just looking at it or even tasting it, without even looking at her. And he just grabs her hand and keeps it on his private part, just wanting to have sex. I mean, just wanting to have sex with her. So, whole throughout this movie, whenever she wants to have a conversation, this is how the man shuts her. So, it's very disturbing to watch, but it's also eye opening as well. I'm not telling that every single man is just like this or every single woman has to go through this, but maybe every single woman might have to go through it in a different way in some or the other part of her life, where her dreams are shut down, all wrapped up in the outfit that the others want to see her in. and just wanting to do something else all about. So there is the fourth character, which is Leela. She's a makeup artist and she really loves her work. And then this mother of hers, she's a single mother. They don't have a father for a very long time. So this mother wants her to get married to a person because that person promised them that they'll buy them a house. So she really doesn't want to get married. She wants to do the work. She wants to be a makeup artist, the very famous makeup artist in town. But she is again forced to suppress her dreams because all the while the mother had worked to cater her, to give her education, to make her till today, and she is expected to pay it back by getting married to a person that she doesn't want to, just because that person promised that they'll give. I mean, that person will provide them with a house. So this whole movie is a portrayal of how the society wants women to be, but at the end of the day, what a woman really wants to be. So it is a very, very eye-opening movie. I would suggest it to every single girl, every single woman, no matter whatever your age is, no matter whatever your job, background, caste, religion, your beliefs, whatever it is. It is a very, very soothing movie because at the end of the movie, when all of these four women just come out of the shells and just showing or just putting themselves out there for everybody to see the way they are without showing the image that the society wants to see. So it is very, very empowering. It's a very good movie. So, yeah, I just thought I'll share my thoughts about it. Thank you for watching.